Imagine the thrill of stepping back onto the football field after what feels like an eternity away. Over a year of waiting, healing, and self-reflection. That's the emotional journey Rashee Rice is about to embark on with the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's a story that captures the highs and lows of professional sports. But here's where it gets intriguing. How does a top player bounce back from a serious injury and a suspension that kept him sidelined, all while facing legal challenges? Stick around to discover the full scoop on his comeback and the lessons it holds for fans and athletes alike. Rashee Rice can pinpoint the exact timeline of his absence from the Chiefs roster. Just 2 days stand between him and his long-awaited return to action against the Las Vegas Raiders, marking his first game since a painful ACL tear in Week 4 of last season. That injury occurred during a collision with Patrick Mahomes after an interception back on September 29, 2023. Now, after nearly a year and a half off the field, Rice is gearing up to lace up his cleats again. However, his road to recovery wasn't just about physical rehab. Rice has also been sidelined for the first 6 games of this season due to an NFL suspension stemming from a personal conduct policy violation. This penalty was imposed for his involvement in a high-speed car crash in Dallas last March. It's a reminder that athletes, like anyone else, must face the consequences of their actions, even as they strive to excel on the field. Rice agreed to the 6-game ban as part of an arrangement that allowed him to focus on staying in shape during the offseason, participating fully in training camp once he was cleared. While the team played on without him, Rice spent much of his time in Florida, leveraging the warm, humid climate to maintain his fitness. He structured his days with rigorous workouts from Monday to Friday, adding an extra session on Sundays to mimic the intensity of a real game week. This discipline helped him stay sharp, even as he watched the Chiefs games from afar with family. Kansas City stumbled out of the gate, losing its first 2 contests. But they've rallied to win 3 out of their last 4, including a stunning win over the Detroit Lions, a team many experts peg as a top Super Bowl contender. Watching those ups and downs from the sidelines must have been tough, but Rice has spoken about how it reinforced his love for the game. Surrounded by supportive teammates, Rice has thrived in the Chiefs environment. "The best thing for me is to be around the guys," he shared recently. "I got leaders in each room, even on defense, that help me on and off the field." This sense of community is a cornerstone for teams like the Chiefs, where veterans guide younger players through challenges. For beginners in football fandom, think of it like a workplace where mentorship turns potential into performance. Coaches and peers step in to offer advice, boosting morale and results. Rice's journey isn't without its serious side. He pleaded guilty to 2 felony charges related to the Dallas incident, one for a collision causing serious bodily injury, and another for racing on a highway that resulted in injuries. As part of his agreement, he paid over $115,000 in restitution to the victims, and he's serving a 30-day jail sentence during his 5-year probation period. When asked about these legal matters, Rice chose to deflect, focusing instead on football. "I learned that I love the game of football," he reflected. "I was able to realize how strong I am mentally, being able to face a lot of adversity. This mental resilience is a key trait for any athlete, and it serves as an inspiration for those dealing with setbacks in life. And this is the part most people miss. What does a suspension like this mean for a player's career trajectory? Some might argue it's a fair consequence for reckless behavior, ensuring accountability in a sport with high public visibility. Others could see it as overly harsh, potentially derailing promising talent, especially when paired with an injury. Does the NFL's personal conduct policy strike the right balance between justice and rehabilitation? It's a debate worth pondering as it touches on broader themes in sports ethics. Rice's experience invites us to question, should athletes face stricter punishments for off-field incidents, Or does the focus on redemption, like his probation, allow for growth? Chiefs coach Andy Reid isn't rushing Rice into the spotlight. With a talented wide receiver group including Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown, and Juju Smith-Schuster, the team has depth that lets them ease him back in. Reid noted, "I'm sure he's excited to play. He hasn't played a real game for a year and 6 weeks." He plans to monitor Rice's snaps closely, emphasizing that reps will depend on how he performs. Patrick Mahomes, the team's star quarterback, echoed this sentiment, praising the group's versatility. Meanwhile, another storyline is unfolding on the offensive line. Left tackle Josh Simmons, the Chiefs' first-round draft pick from April, missed practice for personal reasons, setting up Jalen Moore for his second straight start. Simmons was a last-minute scratch from the game against Detroit, and Moore filled in admirably. Mahomes highlighted Moore's professionalism. "I know the work that Jalen has put in. He's been professional every single day. He's a starting tackle in this league and can go out there and compete against anybody." This backup success underscores the value of preparation in training camp and organized team activities, essential for anyone stepping into a big role unexpectedly. As Rice prepares to reclaim his spot, his story highlights themes of perseverance, accountability, and team support. But here's where it gets controversial. Is the NFL's approach to player discipline effective, or does it sometimes overshadow redemptive efforts? For instance, could a system emphasizing mental health support prevent incidents like Rice's car crash in the first place? These are questions that spark heated debates among fans, players, and analysts. Do you think Rice's suspension was justified? Or should the league prioritize rehabilitation over punishment? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree that athletes deserve second chances? Or is accountability more important? Let's discuss. For more on the NFL, check out AP's coverage at https://apnews.com/NFL.